What's up guys, it's Matterz and we're going to be talking about over a half an hour in footage, 30 plus minutes of Zetsubou no Shima leaked gameplay. Guys, if you don't want any spoilers, definitely click off this video, and if you do want to see the map and you want to talk about the map, obviously guys, I'm not going to show the map in the video, it's obviously leaked, I would get copyrighted immediately, but there is a channel that has collectively over 30 plus minutes of Zetsubou no Shima gameplay, so definitely if you're watching, I should really suggest you go check it out now before it is copyrighted. And if it is copyrighted by now, just definitely check the links. I may update the links, or just check my recent videos because I will update you guys on any more gameplay information and stuff like that. But in this video, I'm going to talk about what I see. I can't show it, obviously the link is in the description if you want to look at it, but I'm going to talk about what I see here and talk generally about the map and what we see within the gameplay. There's a lot of cool stuff. We have a lot of different, first of all, the starting room is huge, twice the size as Horizon Rock. You have a sort of underwater area, you have like an on the ground area, and a lot of the map really is, you have like these doors and they're actually vines and stuff. You have to open up the vines to get through the areas, and you have to think a lot of the map is really just straight up swamp. It's just a lot of swampy sort of foresty areas, and then towards the middle you have the actual facility and different buildings, but it really is a straight up like forest. It's even crazier than Shima, even crazier than Shangri-La, because those maps, they had buildings, they had stuff like that, but you know, this map has a building too, has a main sort of area, has a couple different little facilities, if you want to call them that. But overall, there's a lot of really cool locations, definitely a lot of places to train, from what I see here, a lot of really open places to train, so that's pretty cool as well. Also, you get a bucket at the beginning, you have to water these plants, and then it's the same sort of system as Shadows of Evil, where you actually get to open them up and then get sort of these perks and maybe a ray gun, maybe a wonder weapon piece in return, so that stuff will be returning from Shadows of Evil in the form of a bucket with the water, and then the seed relates back to the plant as well, so the seed wasn't really that crazy of a deal, it just goes back to the plant in the same sort of system as Shadows of Evil, just a bit more complex to say the least, but I think once we understand it, it will make a lot more sense. We're not fully sure of what's going on right now. Obviously, we're just looking at the gameplay and trying to figure out, you know what, we have a decent idea of what this is going to be. And just a note on the gameplay as well, it looks so much like Call of the Dead, honestly. I tweeted it before. Here's another one here. A generator needs, what is this? Generator needs water, and apparently you need to start up something to actually get this water flowing, to create, I guess, energy from the water. And so that's something pretty cool as well. I think you need to do that in 2 different locations, activate both the generators to turn on power and stuff like that, or however many generators there are. So that you have that as well. A lot of insane stuff. Just the map in general. Go back to the Call of the Dead thing. It really does look like Call of the Dead, and it honestly, like, besides the snowy feel, I don't want to get this mixed up, but it's Call of the Dead, just the complete opposite season, honestly. It really is, and it's such a cool thing, because a lot of Call of the Dead really was underrated, and this map has the open areas, has sort of this flat, almost like open area, like Call of Duty had the snowy open area in the main room, and then you have different sort of small facility buildings, just like Call of the Dead did. It really is just such a cool throwback, honestly, to Black Ops 1. I really see the resemblance. It doesn't really look like a Black Ops 3 map at all, honestly. It looks pretty insane, and I do like the feel of it as well. So also another thing with the spider round, I'm just watching this as we go, honestly. The whole area turns like this almost purplish bluish vibe, and then you have like a spider web on the top of you just to signify that the spiders are coming, and then the spiders run at you and they actually shoot spider webs at you. So they actually, like, if they look at you, they'll shoot a web at you, and they're not going to crawl up on top of you or anything, they'll just shoot something at you, sort of like a little attack, and it's almost similar to the guys from Shadows of Evil, but they're on the ground, and they're moving really fast, and they're moving around. It's pretty cool. So yeah, that's basically that with the spiders. Just moving through a bit of this gameplay here. I don't want to comment through the whole thing, because obviously you guys can't see it. Also, the gumball machines, for the most part, some are green, and I just saw a red one, actually, like a normal one, so they made the different colors. I'm not so sure yet how that works. But for the most part, I think they're going to be green, and that different sort of vibe there. Alright, so there's another image here that I'm going to be looking at, or another piece of gameplay, where he's opening up, he gets a gun, he gets like an HVK. So that's another thing as well. You're getting different guns, different weapons, different perks from those sort of Shadows of Evil type pods within the actual game. Moving on here, just looking through, we have the facility, you have the Thrasher guy, again, you have the Thrasher, man, he's pretty crazy, he seems pretty OP as well. Talking about the Thrasher, he eats the player, and the player is technically inside the Thrasher, and like, you need to kill the Thrasher before the player dies, and then he'll just die like inside the Thrasher. You know, once he burns out, once he sort of dies out, he's done. So you need to kill the Thrasher, and then you can revive the player, because obviously, like you saw before, or like you've seen in the code and stuff like that, the Thrasher eats the player. It doesn't fully down the player, it doesn't fully kill the player, but the player is downed within the Thrasher. And to get the player out to revive him, you need to kill the Thrasher before that happens. So definitely a really cool thing here. That's going to be it for now. I'm going to talk about different specifics within this game and within stuff, the Skeleton on top with the KT4, possible things you actually need to get these weapons and all that cool stuff. So if you can, please leave a like and tell me, guys, if you're watching right now, put DLC 2 hype in the comment section below, and I would really appreciate that, guys. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.